they've been talking stuff about Russell Wilson and Future because Russell Wilson refers to Future's son as his son. He's his stepfather. All of the children that are little Future siblings with his mother belong to Russell Wilson. So all the rest of the kids call him dad, and he calls the rest of them son, daughter, or whatnot. So I didn't hear Future say anything about it, but they was trying to act like he should be angry. Like, would you be okay with your child's step parent calling them their son/daughter? Like if your baby mama got married and your son was a little younger, you know, he wasn't an adult, and your baby mama got married, and that man, not that I don't think what little Future might be calling Russell dad.
I'm pretty sure he is.
That wasn't a question. It was Russell said that was my son.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay, but would you have a problem with your baby mama's husband?
Would I have the problem with him? Or
with her husband calling your son his son? You would?
Yes.
Even if you weren't, but if you weren't
even
there,
if you were absent parent?
Yeah.
But who says he absent?
We didn't say
that. I'm just saying, on the outside looking in, he looks absent.
Yeah.
Why? Because he ain't in the media with it?
I'm not saying maybe
like
that could be.
You know what I mean? We don't know.
But
you're right.
Sierra did do an interview. I'm just saying. She put it out there in her interview, but neither here or there. The question
is it okay? But go ahead, Elmo.
It's a difference between being a father and a real father. So, if you're not there and he calling that his son, that's okay. I mean, if he look at it like it's his son, that doesn't hurt me. I mean, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me, but I don't have a problem with it. If I'm not there and he doing things that a father should do, then that he could look at that like it's his son.
But I don't understand why it wouldn't be that whole it takes a village mentality. If you have a man that is there in your son's life and your son lives with his mother and he's there not saying that he's taking anything away from him, because I've never heard Russell take anything away from Future. He's just picking up the slack and he's doing things that not most people, but people who are in the industry that Future is in would consider to be lame and corny and different things like that. But Future, you're not taking him to games. You're not doing that extra stuff that he's doing because he's family oriented. But Future out here running the streets. So if you was out here running the streets and this is a family oriented man, I don't see a problem with it. Just like me being a woman, if I'm in my family and one of my children's father has a family or whatnot, I wouldn't have a problem with his wife calling my children hers, because that's like a form of acceptance. Like, you're going to treat them.
You a damn lie you a damn lie if your kids is calling another woman mama.
I didn't say
that's the same difference.
I didn't say Future was calling Russell dad. I said Russell was calling little Future his son.
And then you said it.
But I said I'm not going to add that to that.
But I'm pretty sure he is though.
You speculating. I'm saying we know for a fact. We know for a fact Russell referred to little Future as his son. So that's where the question came from. Would you have a problem not say, okay, just say your son is not calling him dad, but he's saying, hey, my son. He just took the step off.
He's just referring to him as his son.
So
you would have a problem with that.
Why?
Me?
Why? But why though? Can you elaborate on?
Because he's not your damn son.
But why though?
Why he's not your son?
I get it. Well, no, I understand that he's not his son. I'm just saying why you would have a problem with a man that's in your son's life day in, day out, because you and the mother don't live together, but they do. They're married. They're a family. So why would it be an issue if he was, and then maybe he had other kids and they had other kids together and their kids belong to that man as well. And so to not make your son feel ostracized, he claims him.
Yeah, I will have a problem with another man.
I was just asking why. Like
because
only just because he's not his son? He's not his father?
That's my son.
Because of the biological? Okay.
That's your stepson.
Okay.
Why are you taking the step off?
Okay.
That's my son.
Okay.
Men are territorial, so that
That's
ain't
all it is.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly. Like
Elmo, your turn.
Like I that ain't gonna fly.
Elmo, your turn.
See, I got a problem. I'm an active father, so I'm gonna have a problem with that. Of course.
But if you're an active father, then you really shouldn't be threatened by that. 'Cause as long as you know you're doing what you're supposed to do. But if he's there day in, day out, though, and like, my son about to go to my son's football game, y'all going together, but. Maybe he got two daddies. He got a bonus daddy.
So you have a stepdaddy. That's not your son.
So for me, I don't necessarily have a problem with it unless it comes with like a lack of respect. That's
the lack of respect right there.
No, it's not.
So if he's so people can look at coaches like fathers though. People can look at different people like fathers, different in the village mentality. It takes multiple people. If he's calling my son, okay, listen, we got to draw some boundaries here, like, because when I'm around, that's really not your son.
That's what I'm saying.
But for active fathers,
But not to say he said it while you was there. He just called him his son.
But that's a tough one for a man because active fathers. Now, if you ain't active, then you could really care less. But I think people's, and I say this right, people's life and the way they are raised and the way they go about getting it in the hand they dealt is different, right? So people say Future running the streets. This is the life that he always lived. Russell is a football player that married the mother. Mm-hmm. That's two totally different situations. He the same guy he was. Future's the same guy he was when he met her. That's not going to change. That's how he make money. That's his lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So you can't highlight one guy because he a certain guy and diss the other guy. That's just the hand they dealt and the cards they play with. But at the same time, if that guy's there and he doing all the fatherly duties, then he should own that right. I mean, you have people that's looked up as fathers and people that's not. Unfortunately, that's the way the world is set up. You know what I mean? So Future could be paying XYZ or doing XYZ, but you'll never know it because he's not looked at as a good guy.
Well, we're not saying he's the bad guy. It's just that Russell is more family oriented and Future is just creating families with everybody.
But no, that's I don't see how y'all see y'all women like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
They would have a problem if the chick was calling the other chick mother.
Yeah, y'all would. If y'all kids was calling another
one said anything about the child calling that person. So that's the next question. So how would you feel if you're not? You're not calling.
So if she was still calling your kids hers, you still gonna have a problem.
You know what? Prime example. My little brother and sister's mother. She calls me her daughter. She don't say her stepdaughter. She said, and I call her mom.
You said your who?
My stepmother, my little brother and sister's mother.
Right. We talking about we talking about your kid, right? That goes with their father.
But my mama don't trip, and when
we're not talking about your mama,
we're talking about your kid. You trying to? We're talking about if you take your kid and she put a picture on the internet, me and my kids going to the ball game. Yeah, how would you feel?
I wouldn't have no problem.
You wouldn't?
Okay. Yeah, all right. No. And then people commenting like, "Oh, y'all look good. Your kids this and that."
I feel like that's done in the taunt, though. I feel like it's done in the taunt.
Like I wouldn't feel. My children's father, he has a fiance. She don't have any kids. If she was to post a picture of my children saying, "Hey, me and my kids going to the concert," I wouldn't have no type of way. Now they better not call her mama.
But that's. Why not? If she can claim, if she can say this my kids,
it's a difference.
Why they can't say
no?
So maybe the mother don't want them around that.
That part too. You never know like we don't know. Right, that part too. We
and
don't
I
know.
wouldn't, and I don't blame her.
I mean, is that Future fault?
Yeah, that's what. Right.
Until he grow up. Which Future? The child or the father?
You've been quiet over there. What you got on that?
I'm listening to y'all because this is juicy.
What you got? You can't claim my son as your. I ain't going.
Okay.
Fuck that.
All right. And you have a right to feel that way.
I'd have a problem if it got disrespectful and my son is confused, like, on who his real father is. Like, now.
Man, it's already disrespectful, though.
Now we got a problem.
Because you crossing over my
As
line.
long as he ain't stepping on your toes, he is allowing you. He is giving your baby mom.
No,
not allowing.
How you allowing me? This my son.
Yeah. You can't allow me to do shit.
See what I'm saying?
The testosterone is
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, if you're an active father, you're not. No man about to allow me. I'm gonna allow you to get the fuck out of here. So
that's what I'm saying. Ain't no way.
You got to be careful how you word it now. Because it turns it.
I feel like it's already, you said, as long as he ain't disrespected. I feel like that's already disrespect. If you claim it, calling my son yours.
But you're going to have people that come into your son's life that have a fatherly like influence, whether we like it or not. Those people have influence. And sometimes influence is greater than ours.